At the start of a relationship, love feels effortless, full of passion, excitement, and the joy of discovering each other. Everything seems fresh, filled with promise. But as years go by, that same love can take a different shape, sometimes leading to frustration, emotional distance, or even resentment. Many long-term couples experience this shift, wondering when things changed and whether it's possible to restore the bond they once had. Have you ever noticed this transformation in your own relationship? Why do so many women begin to feel differently about their husbands over time? What causes the shift from admiration to exhaustion? These changes don't happen overnight, and they aren't random. There are real reasons behind them. More importantly, there are ways to rebuild what feels lost. Stay with me until the end, because understanding these patterns may be the key to strengthening your marriage and rekindling the connection that first brought you together. Before we begin, like this video, your support helps share these insights with more people. If you haven't yet, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. And here's a quick question. Comment 1 if this resonates with you, or 0 if you think it could be better. Your feedback helps me improve. Now, let's explore the first reason behind this shift. Time changes love and expectations. No relationship stays the same forever. In the beginning, couples thrive on hope, passion, and shared dreams. Small quirks and imperfections seem charming rather than frustrating. Love feels like enough. But as life moves forward, responsibilities increase. Careers, financial stress, raising children, and managing everyday struggles take center stage. What once felt spontaneous now requires effort and intention. Over time, what a woman once admired in her husband may start to feel like a burden. His ambition may now seem like workaholism, leaving her feeling neglected. His carefree attitude may feel like irresponsibility. Even small habits, like forgetting things or not helping at home, can build into a pattern of frustration. As women evolve, so do their expectations. What they once tolerated, lack of communication, emotional distance, or imbalance in responsibilities, may no longer feel acceptable. Many begin to reassess their needs, seeking a partnership based on shared emotional and mental support. When these shifts go unnoticed or unaddressed, the emotional gap widens. The problem isn't time, it's how couples adapt to change together. Those who communicate and evolve as a team maintain their bond. Those who ignore emotional needs risk growing apart. The changing roles and the weight of responsibility. As women navigate different life stages, they often become more aware of how responsibilities shift within the relationship. What once seemed manageable may slowly turn into overload, both physically and emotionally. As time goes on, many women begin to notice a shift in household responsibilities. Early in marriage, things may feel balanced or manageable, but as life progresses, the mental and emotional load often falls disproportionately on women. Even in modern relationships where men are more involved than previous generations, women are still expected to juggle multiple demanding roles, from managing careers and finances to raising children, maintaining the home, and providing emotional stability. More than just physical tasks, women often take on the emotional labor of the family, remembering birthdays, organizing schedules, handling social commitments, and managing family conflicts. One of the biggest misconceptions is that as children grow, a mother's workload decreases. In reality, her role shifts rather than diminishes. Instead of tending to basic needs, she now supports her children through academic struggles, career decisions, and emotional challenges. At the same time, many women also find themselves caring for aging parents, all while balancing their own professional and personal lives. If her husband has remained passive in these areas throughout the marriage, the imbalance becomes even more noticeable. She may begin to feel mentally drained, frustrated, and unappreciated. In many cases, men assume that their financial contribution is enough, failing to recognize the immense emotional and mental burden their wives carry. Over time, this disconnect grows. A woman who once felt deeply connected to her husband may start feeling like she is handling everything alone within the marriage. The emotional weight of holding the family together while managing work and household duties can become overwhelming. When responsibilities are not shared equally, a woman may begin to feel undervalued and unseen. The mental exhaustion can erode the emotional bond she once had with her husband. If left unaddressed, this imbalance can cause lasting damage to the relationship. Many women in long-term marriages eventually withdraw emotionally, focusing more on their children, careers, or personal fulfillment. Some even realize they feel happier and more at peace when their husband isn't around, a sign of deep emotional detachment. This is why open communication, shared responsibilities, and mutual appreciation are essential to keeping a marriage strong. Without them, resentment quietly builds, creating an emotional gap that can be difficult to repair. If you're still watching, comment 1 below to let me know you're here with me. Your engagement helps bring more valuable lessons like this. The impact of unresolved intimacy issues. Intimacy is more than just physical connection. It extends into emotional closeness, affection, and shared moments of vulnerability. When intimacy fades, it often affects not just the bedroom but every aspect of the relationship. The absence of affectionate touch, meaningful conversations, and emotional bonding can create a distance that leaves both partners feeling disconnected. Without open communication and mutual effort, this gap grows, turning what was once a loving partnership into a relationship filled with frustration and isolation. Over time, partners may stop seeking closeness, replacing once playful interactions with indifference. If left unaddressed, this emotional disconnection can erode trust, affection, and the overall foundation of the marriage. Maintaining intimacy requires ongoing effort, adaptability, and emotional awareness. Honest conversations about desires, struggles, and emotional needs can help couples navigate the inevitable changes that come with time. Seeking professional guidance, finding new ways to connect, and making a conscious effort to show appreciation and affection can reignite both physical and emotional closeness, strengthening the marriage rather than allowing it to deteriorate. Unresolved conflicts and the breakdown of communication. A failing marriage is rarely the result of one major event. It often stems from years of unspoken frustrations and unresolved conflicts. In the early stages, couples communicate more openly, share their emotions, and make efforts to resolve disagreements. But as routine sets in and the initial excitement fades, meaningful conversations often take a back seat. Small issues, whether about daily responsibilities, unmet emotional needs, or differing expectations, may initially seem insignificant. But when left unaddressed, these unresolved tensions quietly accumulate, growing into larger emotional roadblocks. For many women, the pain of feeling unheard or dismissed can be one of the biggest emotional wounds in a marriage. They may try to express their needs, only to face indifference, defensiveness, or avoidance from their partner. Over time, this pattern leads to emotional withdrawal, where a woman stops trying to communicate, not because she has nothing to say, but because she no longer expects to be heard. This disengagement manifests in subtle ways at first: shorter conversations, less affection, and decreasing interest in quality time together. But over time, it can lead to resentment, emotional detachment, and even contempt. What once felt like love and companionship may begin to feel like an obligation or burden. Even minor conflicts, such as disagreements about chores or weekend plans, can escalate into deep frustrations when they are continuously ignored. In more severe cases, financial struggles, different parenting approaches, or even breaches of trust can further strain the marriage. Many couples fall into a pattern of avoidance, choosing silence over difficult conversations, hoping that issues will resolve themselves. But in reality, neglecting problems only widens the emotional divide. For women, this lack of emotional fulfillment creates a growing void. Over time, the man who once brought joy and security may start to feel like a source of frustration and exhaustion. When conflicts remain unresolved, the emotional chasm between partners deepens, making it harder to rekindle the connection they once shared. The longer these issues persist, the more difficult it becomes to rebuild trust and closeness. Communication isn't just about speaking, it's about listening, acknowledging each other's feelings, and working together towards solutions. Without this effort, a marriage can become a source of pain rather than a source of support and comfort. If you're still here and finding value in these insights, comment below to let me know you're following along. Your feedback helps bring more meaningful discussions like this to life. Self-discovery and the transition into a new chapter. One of the most profound shifts in a woman's life is the transition from being deeply involved in raising children to experiencing an empty nest. For years, motherhood has provided a sense of purpose, structure, and emotional fulfillment. However, as children grow independent, many women are left with an unexpected question: what comes next? The absence of daily parenting duties can feel both liberating and unsettling. It creates space for self-reflection, prompting many women to reassess their identity beyond being a mother or caretaker. With fewer responsibilities at home, they may finally have the opportunity to focus on long-buried dreams, personal goals, or new interests. Other major life changes, such as career transitions, shifting lifestyles, or evolving priorities, can also trigger a desire for personal growth. As women approach midlife, the realization that time is finite often sparks a deeper need for fulfillment beyond traditional roles. This desire for change might lead them to explore new passions, return to old hobbies, or even pursue career aspirations that were put on hold. During this process of reinvention, many women naturally begin to reassess their relationships. After years of prioritizing the needs of their children and spouses, they may finally ask themselves, "Am I truly happy in my marriage?" For some, this brings clarity, revealing a longing for independence, adventure, or self-fulfillment, desires that may have been overlooked for decades. At the same time, disillusionment can set in, particularly if they feel that their spouse has remained unchanged or emotionally stagnant while they have grown. If a woman has spent years evolving, yet her partner has failed to nurture the relationship or support her transformation, emotional distance can deepen. This stage of life is not about rejecting a partner, but about reclaiming personal identity. Women who once felt defined by family roles may now seek a deeper connection with themselves, discovering new strengths, interests, and aspirations. Ultimately, this phase is about reinvention and liberation, a chance to cultivate happiness that is independent of external expectations. While this journey can be challenging, it often leads to a richer, more fulfilling life, one that aligns with a woman's true desires and purpose. The role of physical changes in attraction. Attraction in a relationship is about far more than physical appearance. It is deeply rooted in emotional, psychological, and relational connections. However, as women age, they experience significant physical changes, shifts in body shape, wrinkles, weight fluctuations, or other visible signs of aging. Though natural, these transformations can trigger insecurities and lead to self-doubt about their attractiveness. Many women begin to view themselves differently, struggling with self-esteem as they adjust to their changing reflection. If they feel that their spouse no longer expresses admiration or affection, the emotional toll can be profound. A lack of appreciation, fewer compliments, less physical closeness, or reduced intimate moments can create a sense of emotional isolation. At the same time, men, too, undergo physical and emotional changes that affect their approach to affection and intimacy. If a husband's interest, compliments, or attentiveness fade, his wife may begin to feel less valued, less desirable, and emotionally disconnected. This growing lack of affirmation can leave women questioning not only their physical appearance, but also their worth within the relationship. When a woman no longer feels seen or appreciated, it can deepen emotional insecurities, making her wonder if she is still worthy of love and admiration. Concerns about physical changes are not just about appearance. They are often deeply connected to emotional validation. If a woman feels that her partner is no longer affectionate or attentive, it can intensify feelings of insecurity. When a husband becomes distracted by his own life challenges or fails to express admiration, the dynamics of attraction in the relationship can shift, making intimacy feel distant. The emotional and psychological aspects of aging play a major role in maintaining connection. Affection, open communication, and mutual reassurance become more important than ever. Without them, a woman may start to question her self-worth, leading to emotional detachment and dissatisfaction. Understanding this delicate balance between physical changes, emotional security, and relationship effort is essential to sustaining a healthy and supportive marriage. Couples who acknowledge these shifts and make a conscious effort to maintain affection, appreciation, and open dialogue tend to navigate these changes more successfully. If you're still watching, comment 3 below to let me know you're here with me. Your feedback helps bring more valuable discussions like this. Financial stress and lifestyle pressures. Few things place more strain on a marriage than financial stress. As couples age, they face the increasing responsibility of securing their financial future, particularly when it comes to saving for retirement. The pressure of managing day-to-day expenses while planning for the future can create stress and anxiety, especially when debts, such as mortgages, student loans, or credit cards, add to the burden. When partners have different financial priorities, tension can arise. One may want to live in the present, prioritizing vacations and experiences, while the other focuses on long-term security. If these differences are not addressed, it can lead to frustration, resentment, and a growing emotional divide. For many women, who often take on household financial management, the weight of budgeting, balancing bills, and ensuring financial stability can feel overwhelming. If they perceive that their spouse is not contributing equally, either financially or in financial decision-making, it can deepen resentment. Feeling like the sole financial caretaker can create a sense of imbalance, making it difficult to feel supported in the relationship. Beyond the practical side of finances, money-related stress can lead to emotional exhaustion. Women who are already juggling careers, family obligations, and household duties may feel additional pressure when financial worries dominate their thoughts. This burden can gradually lead to communication breakdowns, emotional distance, and increased frustration. Additionally, financial stress can magnify existing issues within the relationship. Arguments about spending habits, long-term financial goals, or debt can erode intimacy and trust, leaving both partners feeling disconnected. Without open communication and shared financial planning, financial struggles can drive a wedge between even the strongest couples. To maintain harmony and stability, it's essential for both partners to work together, align their financial goals, and openly discuss money matters. Without these conversations, financial stress can quickly turn into a dividing force rather than a shared responsibility. The need for respect and equality. As women grow older, they gain a stronger awareness of their worth and the importance of mutual respect in their relationships. They begin to see that true partnership is about more than financial contributions or shared responsibilities. It's about emotional support, understanding, and appreciation. If a woman feels undervalued or that her role is taken for granted, frustration and resentment can grow, leading to emotional withdrawal. When she no longer feels seen, heard, or appreciated, it becomes increasingly difficult for her to continue investing in the relationship. The desire for respect and equality is not only essential for emotional well-being, but also for fostering trust, intimacy, and open communication in marriage. Many women also develop a heightened sensitivity to societal expectations about aging and gender roles. They may feel an even stronger need to assert their value and seek relationships, whether romantic, familial, or social, that honor their experiences and contributions. In this phase of life, it becomes crucial for both partners to acknowledge and appreciate the unique strengths and challenges that come with aging. A marriage built on mutual respect and emotional support allows both individuals to feel valued, secure, and connected, ensuring that their later years are spent in a fulfilling and harmonious relationship. If you're still here and finding value in these insights, comment below to let me know you're engaged. Your feedback helps bring meaningful discussions like this to life. The desire for change and new experiences. As women move through different life stages, they often experience a powerful pull toward change and self-exploration. For years, they have devoted themselves to raising children, building careers, and managing daily responsibilities. But as time passes, many begin to yearn for something beyond the familiar routine, a life that offers new experiences, adventure, and personal growth. This desire for change can take many forms. The urge to travel and explore new places, a passion for learning new skills or taking on creative projects, a longing for freedom and independence outside of traditional roles. These feelings often emerge from the realization that life is finite, a growing awareness that there is more to experience than what they have always known. As they reflect on the passing of time, they may feel a deep need to make changes, embrace new opportunities, or pursue long-delayed dreams. However, this desire for personal transformation can sometimes create tension in a marriage, especially if a husband is resistant to change or prefers to maintain the status quo. A woman who craves growth and adventure may feel trapped in a stagnant relationship, leading to frustration, loneliness, or dissatisfaction. When one partner is eager for change while the other is content with routine, an emotional gap can develop. If these feelings remain unspoken or unaddressed, they may lead to discontentment or even a re-evaluation of the relationship itself. Ultimately, the desire for growth and new experiences can be a catalyst for positive transformation, but it requires understanding, communication, and mutual support. If both partners embrace change together, their relationship can evolve and thrive, allowing them to build a future that fulfills both their individual and shared dreams. As we've explored, long-term relationships go through many shifts, influenced by changing expectations, emotional disconnection, unresolved conflicts, and personal growth. However, the good news is that with understanding, communication, and effort, couples can rebuild and strengthen their bond over time. What's one key insight from this discussion that resonated with you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know how you plan to apply it in your own life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Thank you for watching.